Hello and welcome to a walkthrough of running VS Code GitLab Extension end-to-end tests. Let's start off with the README. First step is to clone the repo. Already done this step here. And here is our repo locally. Next, we want to run npm clean install. And then we're going to go ahead and run npm run package. And just to note here, if you are actively developing the extension, you will need to run this package command again to pull in the changes. And you want to make sure this file is generated after this command is run. And then we're going to change directories into end-to-end, which is right here. And then we're going to run npm install. Now, if you have already have a personal access token with API scope, you can use that or create a new one. I've already exported test GitLab token with my personal access token in this terminal. So all I would have to do would be to run this command, npm run test :E2E. Now that's going to download VS Code and the service for running it. So that will only happen on the first time you run it. And this is the first test running. This is the authorization tests. And then the second test contains the code completion and the prompt code generation test. And you get your results there. There's also an alert report that is generated that you can view. And this will be an artifact if you run this on CI as well. If you want to use the debugger to run ET tests, just paste your token here in the launch.json file under end-to-end tests and click run. That way you can put breakpoints and debug. Now, if you want to run it on an MR, I made this test one, run test ETE, click play. And it will run in your MR. You will need to have access to the token, so this won't work on community contribution MRs. And while that's running, I can go over the structure of the files. The specs are under specs, obviously. And they have helper files that you can pull in specific methods from, and the helper files live here. And if you're creating a new helper file, you can add it to index.js, and then it'll be available to pull in from here. just a note, this framework is new, so sometimes we're experiencing a little bit of flakiness. If that happens by it not generating the alert report or some other failure, you can rerun it and it should pass. And there you see the results right here. This MR is a very good example of how to add a test. All that was needed for this one was one helper file for Duo Chat. You add the helper file to the index, and then you create the test file. And that's it for our demo. Thanks.